Dota 1 was my personal favorite. And now we get into the drafting. Let's see, so seems like Ush, they're gonna be the ones to start out with the bans and picks.
Well, I mean, it's just starting out really standard, panning out the Doombringer. I mean,
Yeah,
to be honest, Ursa, they've been playing a lot of Windrunner, and that has been one of the key to their success against Power Rangers as well as Turtle Masters.
was it
But
a carry Windrunner?
yeah, mid Windrunner.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
There,
What item choice did that Windrunner go for?
he went.
Fill me in.
I think one game he went for just Phase as first item, which is I guess logical. I think he
Hmm.
went for like Phase, Maelstrom, Blink,
Ah, okay.
something like that. I think
And
it
then
was.
into was it into Aghanim Scepter upgrade later on?
Well, the games ended pretty damn fast because he was just wrecking everybody. He had like a 90% shackle rate or something. I mean, he just hit
Oh,
almost every one of them. He did it so damn well.
yeah, I mean with the Blink Dagger, it does help a lot with the setup. And I don't know, but I've seen RTZ play a lot of pub games on Wind Ranger, Windrunner, a couple of, I don't know, weeks, months past. And that seems like his go-to build. If he's doing well in the mid lane, he goes for a fast Maelstrom into a Blink Dagger and into whatever. Like, from then on, if you're that far ahead, win. Wow, okay, so you're right, totally. Windrunner, the first pick. Hopefully this time I get to see some of the Windrunner action. But who do you think is pretty good at dealing with Windrunner at mid? I can actually think of quite a few.
Well, to be honest, I know the Turtle Masters, they tried one game with an OD, but the OD got completely crushed there.
Oh wow, was Windrunner just abusing the range and then using Windrun and just tons of right click, or was she spamming like stay from afar and just spam the power shot and bottle crow?
I think it was mostly bottle crowing and just spamming power shots and then just using, I guess,
Okay.
the advantage of her right click animation a bit.
Ah, yeah, that makes total sense then because Wind Ranger has superior range, so she can afford to stand further back. And if you can line up those power shots nicely, that's a lot of harassment damage onto the Obsidian. Well, now it's called Outworld Devourer. But so far, I think both sides have very stellar heroes. Earthshaker Disruptor. These two supports alone shows Osliki already have all the lockdown. Well, at least in the first two picks, they have these two heroes together are very complete in a sense that hey, they both offer team fight capabilities. They're both great at the laning stage. They're great for ganking. Not so good for like the downside of these two heroes is you don't have as much pushing power, um, and you don't have any jungling power. But it's great against Centaur Warrunner. If Centaur blinks in and tries to combo someone, you have the Earthshaker who can protect all your teammates. And Disruptor, if you're quick on the trigger, then you can easily use the glimpse and glimpse the Centaur away.
Yeah, I think Disruptor is definitely really good against both of the heroes that Ursa has at the moment. Just Kinetic
Mhm.
Field or just Glimpse for the Windrunner as well. But it just, I want to see what they will actually pair it up with. Invoker is already banned, so it's not going to be like Kinetic Field into Chaos Meteor or something like that. But do you
Mhm.
actually think we might see like Tidehunter or maybe even a Darkseer?
Oh, Tidehunter, Darkseer. Well, Darkseer, I think both of them would work great with the Disruptor and Earthshaker. But if you get these three heroes, what you're looking at is if Ush, if the heroes starts getting pipe or BKB, then a lot of what you have to offer in team fights is going to become useless. Um, Osliki though, I like one of the hero that I've been really thinking about that they can potentially pick up is Tinker. Um, I mean, especially if you go for the maxing laser rocket build or going for two levels into each, then it's going to be relatively good. Bat Rider's okay heroes all. It can go in the off lane, it can go mid against the Wind Runner, and I think both are gonna be fine. But if you put Barrida mid against the Windrunner, it's not gonna have much of an advantage because if you want to chase down the Windrunner, you can just turn on Windrun and walk away, or even just turn on the Windrun and fight you if your HP isn't high enough. And then grabbing an early magic stick on the Windrunner allows you to spam the power shot over and over again on the Batrider. That's a lot of harassment damage that I don't know if Batrider is gonna be willing to take. So I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna be an offlane Batrider, and well, Osliki right now they already have the initiation and they have the follow-ups. And in my mind, it's going nuts. It's like tinker, tinker, tinker. But they are lacking in some form of a bit more tanky hero. They don't have any meat shields in the front lines up against the burst from Ush.
Yeah, I guess they could go for. Well, I wanted to say Wraith King, but Ursa, they go for it themselves. And actually, I can't remember it on off the top of my head, but I think they ran the exact same three core heroes in the games against Turtle Masters as well.
Oh wow, this is actually a pretty sick strat. Like it's putting a lot of emphasis from what I can see on the Wind Ranger being able to carry the team, right? Sure, you have to combo with the Centaur as well, but it feels like it's a lineup built around the Wind Ranger because you're giving the oh man, it's so tough saying like switching between Wind Ranger and Wind Runner, but providing the Wind Runner with an Aghanim Scepter, right? I mean, the lifesteal is going to become incredible. You're just going to be lifestealing so much during team fights, as long as you don't get bursted down. So I'm liking it a lot.
Well, I mean, Osliki, what can they go for now? And actually, one thing that we didn't even talk about is the Lycan getting completely ignored. It's like
Oh,
it's so weird to see, especially the dire side. I mean, first pick Windrunner, Osliki could have easily just gone for like some push, get themselves the Lycan plus something, but nope, completely overlooked and not even banned out. So I don't think Osliki can even go for it now anymore. So
it's gonna
looks
be
like we might see a game where Lycan is neither banned nor picked.
yeah, because I just don't feel Lycan fits into a lineup very well either. Like you're looking at sure they're on the dire side, but who really relies on the right click damage? Batrider, not really. Disruptor and Earthshaker both rely a lot more on this spell, and it's practically impossible for Earthshaker during their first 20 minutes to be able to walk up to heroes and just right click. It just doesn't really happen. I'm sure you might get one or two hits max, but it's awkward to say the least.
Yeah, and they go actually for a Viper, so I guess that's gonna be their mid laner against the Windrunner now. But
Oh
how
man.
well do you think actually the Viper can do against the Windrunner?
Well, I think this matchup will really come down to whether like how many power shots the Windrunner lands. If you get pretty much every single one of your power shot lining up with a creep that's about to die and with the Viper in the crosshair, then before level 6, Windrunner will be fine. But as soon as you start missing a couple of power shots, then Viper can really start putting on a lot of harassment damage. But so the determining factor is going to be that power shot. But in this matchup, I feel Windrunner might have an easier time until level 6. But that level 6 is going to be big. And I do expect once Viper hits level 6, Disruptor and Earthshaker will be rotating in.
Oh wow. Ursa they go for a silencer and well to be honest, apart from the Viper, if Osliki gets silenced, they're not gonna do anything at all.
Wow. So this is big. This is a very powerful hero, Silencer. And because Osliki, they picked the hero so early, I don't think they can really prepare for the Silencer. But in all reality, like, how do you really punish the Silencer at this stage? I just don't really see it from Osliki Gaming right now. The only hero that that's running through my mind as of now that they might pick up before seeing that silencer was maybe a Faceless Void, but with the silencer pickup, I have a lot of doubts in my mind. I feel like you need a hero who can abuse Mantis Steel, get out of the global silence, and who can survive through the burst from like a Blink Centaur with a Blink Wind Ranger follow up, or even a Blink Wraith King. Um, this is one tough game. The
Yeah.
laning stage is going to be so crucial.
One thing I would really love to see overall is just aggressive tri-lane or tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. With a silencer either being the farming role or support doesn't really matter, but Curse of the Silent, it does so much versus a tri-lane. Especially if you can catch it on the Earthshaker, because he probably can't cast any spells since once he casts his Fissure he's out of mana anyway.
Yeah,
And
and
if he
Silencer
doesn't cast
destroys
it, it's
Viper
like,
as well.
oh,
Sorry about that.
yeah, no problem. But it's just Silencer is such a ridiculously hard hero to play against. But at the moment, I guess they can run the Wraith King as a support one. And if I'm not mistaken, you prefer your Wraith Kings as supports.
I actually like it more as a carry because I just like running in and then just getting them hardcore right clicks out and don't really have to care. It's like, sure, you can kill me once, but that's as far as it'll go. You come back with a second life and then you just start chopping away.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, nailed it.
Indeed
Call
you
that
did,
the
but
faces void.
I mean, to be honest, I guess they can start stacking sticky napalm when they're chronosphere or something, but they don't have anything huge like epicenter, chaos meteors, ice blasts, anything like that.
But they have the disruptor static storm. I think that's probably the best one, or potentially just getting an additional Fisher out there. But yeah, I don't really see anything that combos all that well with the Faceless Void. And if Ash decides to run aggressive trialing, I don't even know how Osliki is going to be able to survive through it. Whether this silences a support or as a carry, it's going to be extremely hard during the laning phase. And especially with this Ancient Apparition pickup, holy crap, that's a lot of laning damage. Um, wow. I'm pretty worried for Osliki and for other viewers who are betting on Osliki. Uh,
Yeah,
do you
it's
think they're going to dodge?
well, I mean, to be honest, they might have to if they just want to have a chance because Osliki, they need to get their level 6s on more or less every hero. Yes, Disruptor is good before the level 6 maybe as well, but I just actually don't see them being able to utilize the glimpse as well anyway. Maybe it's just like Earthshaker Fisher, yes, it's nice and all to block heroes off. I'm just afraid that they might not have as much of an impact as you would want for two supports to have. Especially if you pick them as first two picks and leave heroes like Lycan in the pool.
Hmm. Well, what I would actually like or prefer Osliki to do is perhaps split into 2-1-2. Put the Faces Void and Disruptor in the off lane, and as that's assuming if Ash goes for aggressive trialing, then you'll be up against a solo Centaur. And I feel Disruptor is enough to zone out the Centaur with the help of the Faces Void from time to time. And then you have a Viper against a trialing. Sure, you're going to suffer a lot from Curse of the Silent, but at the same time, they can't really jump you because as soon as you see the stun coming out from the Wraith King with the Wraithfire Blast, Earthshaker could easily cut them off. There's no heroes that can go over the Fisher. And in that sense, that would be a laning victory for Osliki because that's the toughest portion that they have to get through.
Well, but let's think about if the laning goes equal, kind of. Nobody takes a huge advantage or anything. Who in like the mid game or just later stages in the game already has the upper hand, just draft wise?
Uh, Mid game. Well, that's a tough one because I feel it really comes down to the laning for this entire game. You're looking at Osliki, their supports. These two heroes generally they end up suffering a lot if they don't get off to a good start. A lot of times I don't know if you've seen it quite often as I have, but Disruptor and Earthshaker, I've seen many times where at the 10-minute mark these heroes are level 3 or level 2. Uh, because they do struggle with getting like additional last hits. They can't jungle, and if you're losing your lanes, then it's gonna be so hard to recover.
Oh yeah, that may become a major issue. And actually, I have to agree that most of the Earthshakers I've seen struggle with levels so damn hard as well. But
Yeah.
just to introduce the lineups fast, for Ursa's Troytram, for Ash on the Radiant side, Dota Stalk will be playing a carry silencer after all with Arseek playing the Ancient Apparition, and the last one for them will be Android P on the support Wraith King. Mid lane taken up by no one on her Windrunner, and Pasha playing the off lane Centaur.
How can it be no one in the mid lane? I'm just kidding. Alright, so quickly introducing the Osliki players. We have Inquisitor playing as the carry Faces Void, and on the support duo we have Obi-Wan Banan playing as a support Disruptor, Big Nim gonna be playing on the Earthshaker. At mid, we have Chomi gonna be playing as a mid-solo Viper up against the Wind Ranger. And finally, we have Judo playing as the offlane Batrider.
Man, I have to say this moonlight effect looks pretty damn awesome. It's so
No.
pretty and magical.
I want to change mine now. I have the snow effect. And so far, I like it, but You know, you always want what you can't have. And right now, I want Moonlight. And too bad I can't toggle it. If only I could toggle weather effects in the what's it? What's the button called? Where the share content. There we go.
Oh yeah. Well, too bad you can't do it as easily. Maybe in the future. I guess probably Valve can easily implement something like that. But man, this Earthshaker set is looking pretty damn awesome, to be honest. Plus, I love that hero overall. I think Earthshaker was one of the first heroes I started playing in Dota 2. Windrunner and Earthshaker.
Oh man. And traditionally, these two heroes together are a pretty good combo as well. It was used so frequently during like the pre 6.68 patch. You just see these heroes because both of them provide such a long range, and the two of them can just clear creep wave from a distance, and it's so sick when it comes to just defending towers and pushing away the creep wave.
Oh yeah. It's actually... I don't remember when I last saw it, but it really was kind of popular at some point in time at least. But now, you can already see that the Batrider has completely sacrificed his off lane. He's like, screw it guys, I'm not gonna go down there to feed. I'm just gonna start jungling, stack it up, use Firefly. Although, Sticky Napalm of course was nerfed, I think. Well, I guess 2 patches ago, but one was a minor one. So, I mean, the jungling won't be as fast, especially if you do it from level 1. But I think it's still better than just going down to feed.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You might get slower levels, but at the same time, just giving Ush, the support players, a lot of room to maneuver, this is actually pretty dangerous for the Viper. Look at the Viper taking so much harassment from no one. Imagine what happens once these two support decide to smoke up and gank mid. Viper has low movement speed, has no proper escape capabilities. That's just gonna be one easy kill.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I mean, what skill build does Viper even go for in this matchup? Does he just max out corrosive skin to take less damage from the power shot as well as get more counter damage in with that?
I have no idea. It's always a bit of a dilemma. Don't really know what you want to max. Like all three spells have their ups and downs. Like Netatoxin, if you get the right clicks in, opponent's low HP is gonna deal massive damage. But if you're taking if you're taking like so much harassment damage, then probably yeah, maxing the corrosive skin will help you. But at the same time, it's not gonna get you any kills. So it's a lot of trade-off. And if you do max the poison attack, you slow the opponent significantly. 40% movement speed and 40 attack speed slow. That's pretty good as well. So it's really tough to make the decision.
Well, I guess we will find out soon enough. So far, well, he's about to hit level 4, so I guess the next point will give us an idea about it. Actually, he's holding on to it. Man, he's just keeping us guessing. Of course, no one already picks up 1 point into Shackle. It's rather standard just. Maxing out Power Shot and then Shackles after that with 1 point into Windrun. But oh, top lane, Pasha might be in trouble. One time lock was already there. Obi-Wan Banan comes in as well. Actually doesn't have enough for a glimpse. Does he actually need it? The Fisher comes out as well. The right clicks, they should be enough, but Time Walk is already in cooldown. The Thunderstruck gets the first blood.
Wow, first blood secured. I thought he might try and attempt to suicide with the neutral creeps, but the last Thunderstrike just secured it. Man, I'm still waiting for the Viper, and he goes for 2 levels into the poison attack, so he's more focused on getting the kills. Doesn't want to play passive. Doesn't care about trading harassment, so that's always pretty cool. So if he hits level 6, and someone, like Earthshaker, someone comes in, or the best would be a Disruptor with the Glimpse. As soon as Wind Ranger pops the Wind Run, then you get Glimpse right back to where you were. That's a dead Wind Ranger.
Oh yeah, it most certainly is. And I guess that's where the poison attack comes into play a little bit, just slowing her down that extra. And so a power shot, actually off target by no one. Last hit twice, 14 and 3 for no one. Chomi sitting on 16 and 8. As Wraith King, he died to a neutral. I'm not too sure if it was intentional. Maybe he bought out everything that he wanted to, but... Oh man. And now mid lane, Bignam. Oh, he has an Invis rune. This might be huge. Viper, he's only half a level away from level 6. Actually, never mind, Bignam might be just heading for Pasha instead, because Pasha, he's down to almost quarter of an HP as well.
Wow, yeah, the Centaur would definitely be the ideal choice, but that's the Tranquil Boots completed. So this might become a little bit harder.
Oh, Big Nam
When I
sees
think
it.
of
Fisher block. Oh, on the wrong side, but the glimpse comes back as well, of course. The hoof stomp. He's waiting for it, but hits two heroes with it nevertheless. Oh, with the time walk. It's only level 1, so it wasn't long enough. So Pasha is gonna make his escape. Or is he 3 seconds for the Fisher? Never mind. Pasha keeps on running into the jungle.
wow, that's pretty crazy. I was expecting Faceless Void to be able to catch up, but ultimately that double hoof stomp was more than enough. Oh man, this is such a sneaky place to stand for Pasha.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Obi-Wan Banana is gonna go check it there, but they are pinging it out. Or at least somebody was. Oh, I bet the Viper was like, guys, he's there. It's kind of obvious. Why don't you kill him? But Big Nam, he's heading mid lane instead. And actually, Hand of Midas picked up for Dota stock on the Silencer. As Faceless Void has his own delivered to him at the moment, although it's the recipe. So actually, Silencer gets his a little bit faster.
Yeah, because there's no one in the offlane putting any pressure on the silencer whatsoever. But look at Inquisitor. Pasha, he wants to go for the kill. Is he going to be able to do this?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
oh
wow.
man.
That's gonna
The
set
bursting
back the
power.
Midas so much.
Yeah, it's going to be like a minute or so. But that's pretty significant considering how early the silencer got his. And this difference might be costly, might not be. But at mid, what's happening?
Yeah, the Fisher block came out and Arseek, although he got completely caught, show me, he just didn't have enough to follow up or he didn't want to take the risk. Because one Ray Fire Blast into Power Shot probably would have been the end of him anyway. Man, just non-stop action, no one. Can you get the haste rune? The Fisher block once again on the wrong side, but Chudo picks it up. There's the Firefly, he's slowed down by the Sticky Napalm and the Poison attack. So, in the end, it still ends up as 4-1 on the overall kill score.
I felt like Ash, the support's could have rotated mid a lot earlier. Way before, say, the Viper gets to
Chudo,
level
you went
6.
for the lasso on Dota stock. There's the Obi-Wan Banana, this is so low, global silent. And the TP out. Gets smart choice.
Well, that's also kind of good for Osliki. Now they know, hey, the next couple of fights we take, there's not going to be any global silence. It's still on a 120-second cooldown. So this might be the opportunity that Osliki is seeking. And at top, look at Inquisitor. He is struggling. This is going to be a really easy kill for Pash if Inquisitor decides to stay.
Yeah, at least they have an Observer Ward here for the dire side, so they know our Seek is coming in. But man, this double edge, it's just such a ridiculous ability, and the Void, he can't really go up close to just right click Pasha at the moment to disable the Tranquil Boots either. So, I mean,
Oh man.
he's still waiting on the Hand of Midas. It's 7.5 minutes in already. He should have had it 2 minutes ago at least.
Yeah, and the problem is the supporting duo from Osliki, they can't afford to leave Inquisitor by himself most of the time. It's the best to rotate the Earthshaker around for any potential ganks, but Disruptor needs to babysit his Faceless Void. He's not gonna get farm at all, because compare him to Centaur. You know, early game Centaur has the complete dominance in this matchup, and here comes the supporting.
Yeah, but do they have enough damage to use the Chronosphere as well just to delay the Hoofdom? Our Seek is there though, Cold Feet, it's not gonna proc, but the Stampeding Inquisitor has to time walk away. They're on the defensive and now Obi-Wan Run taking a lot of damage as well. The right clicks from our Seek, they aren't gonna be enough. But man, it was 3 versus 2 and they still had to escape themselves.
Wow, and look at Android. He's waiting at mid. He wants to get the kill on the Viper with the help of the Wind Ranger. And right now, look at Earthshaker. Will he be able to TP in? Yep, he has a TP. So if an attempt is made on the Viper, he will be able to TP support in on time. But at the same time, look at Dota's stock. He is just having the time of his life. Nobody has put on any harassment whatsoever. He is just farming away like a storm.
Yeah, and finally there's the Hand of Midas on Inquisitor. Gets a healing cell from Big Nam as well. But it's still like 3 minutes later than the Silencer, and like you mentioned, just pure last hit wise, Silencer is actually 13 ahead of the Faceless Void as well. So if he wants to rush the Aghanims, he's looking really good for it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good. Why not? At the same time, though, looking at the Batrider, not too far from the Blink Dagger, just another 300 gold. So Temne
Yeah.
Blink Dagger might. I mean, it's always great, you know. Under Temne Blink Dagger, you can make a lot more plays happen. He's almost level 8, maybe just a creep away. Just needs 19 XP. Wow. So once a Batrider comes online, this might be what changes the outcome of this laning stage. for Osliki. It might be the opening that they're seeking, but until then, Batrider has to be really careful not to die.
Wait, I'm just genuinely surprised that he's just not finishing up his Blink Dagger in the jungle.
Yeah, he wants to defend the tier 1 tower.
Well, the last word is there is to get the Brave Fire Blast as well. They do connect the Judo. Well, he's far enough under the tower already. But last word, it doesn't take him too much mana. It's 115 mana for 250 damage plus a silence, of course, and a disarm.
Oh, top rune! This is a beautiful shackle from no one. And he managed to steal the illusion rune. Holy crap. I'm still having a little bit of problem talking from time to time.
Oh, and actually show me, he's going for a Hand of Midas as well on the Viper. He just needs the Gloves of Ace now, 50 gold away from that. Man, what an item pickup, and is he really rotating top? They want to kill off Pasha because Pasha, well, he's just terrorizing the side of Osliki here solo.
Yeah, I mean, greed is good, according to Osliki right now. Double Midas on the go, and the Blink Dagger is online for Batrider, so why not? Because I feel Viper is actually not bad with a Hand of Midas, assuming that, like, you're doing fine during the laning phase. And because, don't you feel like Viper, because he doesn't have the innate farming capabilities like the heroes, Shadow Fiend and Tinker, etc., kind of falls a little bit faster than, like, you feel like Viper after his... Wow, I'm struggling for words. It feels like once his skills are maxed, his items are not on par with most other mid-solo heroes with the semi-carry capabilities. And this Hand of Midas might accelerate his farm to the point where he will be able to keep up or even pull ahead.
I don't mind it that much, but oh, top lane they get the less out, but do they have enough damage to bring down Pasha? The Fisher is there as well, already down to half HP, the Static Storm, just in case, but the Flame Break. Oh my god, the Flame Break actually pulled him out of the Static Storm. But, well, they had enough anyway.
Well, so that was a good use of the first Blink Dagger from the Batrider. You always want to use it when it's least expected, and he got it at pretty good timing. Instantly got a kill.
But they might lose their tier 1 bottom lane for it.
Well, it's trade-off. They can't afford to defend the bottom tier 1 anymore because they used up 2 of the ultimates, the Lasso as well as the Static Storm. And with low mana and not enough HP, they probably have to go back and regen.
Yeah, and Dota stock, he was the one getting the last hit for the tower as well. So he's extremely rich, but oh, Reebok, he finds Arseek, one more right click, oh, the Nether Toxin kicking in. And of course he had the double damage to help out.
DD rune for the win. Wow, so Viper is actually doing extremely well. 2 kills, 55 last hits, 18 denies. Halfway through the mech as well. Wow, this mid game is so hard to predict. Right now, both teams, it feels like, sure, Osliki has a lot more kills, but Ush, their advantage lies with the silencer. I'm still a little bit afraid what's going to happen if the silencer gets picked up during a team fight. But right now, Osliki, they clearly don't have the burst, and with the items coming fairly shortly for the silencer, the mid game, I have to favor Ush a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I mean, just global silence, especially with the Aghanim stuff that we just mentioned. It is so hard to play up against that. And Ush, they can easily just chase as well with the Blink on center at some point, and of course just a Stampede. So it's not like Osliki can disengage easily. Of course, if there's a Fisher previously before the global silence, then maybe if it just blocks off Ush. But
wow,
this global silence is going to really play such a huge part in the engagements.
Yeah, that's for sure. And don't forget, we always have an ancient apparition who's going to be standing very far in the back, securing those, like, ensuring those ice blasts will hit on target. And wow, ice blast plus global silence with the Aghanim upgrade. Now that's just pretty sick. Your HP is just going to tick so freaking fast. It's a very well thought of lineup.
But so up onto no one with the Brave Fire Blast immediately there. They have the chilling touch as well. The Static Storm Kinetic Field catches no one. Stampede is there, but the Fisher, the right clicks, they will be enough to get one. Android P actually might be in trouble as well. They still have the glimpse. They bring him back. He has the reincarnation, but he might lose his life twice here. Nobody's coming in to help him, and well, thank God for that. The Kinetic Field is gonna keep him in place, and easy pick off once again. Make it 8-1 for OSG.
Wow. So we're 14 minutes in. I like to look at the gold graph and XP graph. And apart from that fight, it was looking extremely even, slightly favoring Osliki. But even with that team fight victory, it feels like, hey, Ush are still doing okay. Like, it's not like they've completely thrown away the game. They still have the opportunity, still have the chance, and they're just biding time for the silencer. That's the way I see it. Once silencer and Aghanims, I feel Ush is gonna be on the aggression. They're gonna look for the fights. They're gonna look for the pickoffs.
Oh man, to be honest, at the moment, I see at least 3 Aghanim Scepters, because Void is also going for one straight up, has the point booster already. So Viper, he's definitely gonna go for one after the mech, I think. Maybe finish up power threats before, but still a Aghanim Scepter nevertheless. I think Disruptor maybe has it planned along the line. Ancient Apparition definitely has. And we might see like 5 Aghanim Scepters at least in this game.
Wow, the world of Aghanim Scepters. This is when Ice Frog should implement some Aghanim Scepter upgrade effects like in Dota 1. I love them in Dota 1, especially on heroes like Pakna. It just looks insane. It's incredible.
Oh, but
Mid
Stampede,
lane.
yeah, they get the Shackles, Brayfire Blast, Ice Blast as well. Well, that Viper is so dead. Oh man. That was a lot of hate. But they didn't blow any big ultimates. Yes, they used Stampede, but in the end, actually, the
And Global
Stampede wasn't
Silence.
really necessary.
Yeah. And it feels like the global silence was a bit of a waste as well. I feel like they already had enough
Oh
burst
yeah,
without using
the
their
Global
ultimates.
Silence would have been so handy now. The Fisher comes out, no one's stunned up. The last word is there, they used the Echo Slam just in case to ensure the kill. But me then glimpse back onto Android P. Though the glimpse actually wasn't all that far.
Oh no. Wow, like, imagine if they had saved either the Stampede or the Global Silence. I felt like Wind Ranger wouldn't have died
Oh,
there.
Pasha actually might be in trouble. Inquisitor is going aggressive, the time locks are coming in, he has the Chrono as well if need be, and he actually uses it. Android P though comes in, so Faceless Void has to escape. Although the Ice Blast is still flying in, will he get stunned? Obi-Wan Banana, oh, Static Storm onto Pasha. If you Rex Inquisitor, the time walk is a little bit off. But he gets the first right click, and now Android P wants to kill Faceless Void. I think it's a huge mistake for him. The right clicks are flying from Obi-Wan. RC is helping out the Ice Vortex to slow them down. The Cold Feet, it actually might proc. The proc not even necessary. Brayfire Blast gets the kill. Oh man. I actually didn't think they would have enough, but...
Wow, that was extremely close. But they're not quite done yet. Barrier comes in.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I actually might get
What
2
just
kills from this. Oh no, Brayfire Blast is there, no one is there, all the Shackles, they don't connect, but they don't even, the Ice Blast gets the kill. And now Obi-Wan Banana, he's the one on the run. He's slowed down by the Ice Vortex, and no one, he's so damn fast with the winner, but a nice Fisher by Bignum. Keeps everyone at bay, the power shot not gonna connect.
Wow, Faceless Void was almost able to get out of that fight as well. You can already see the time walk animation come out.
Bottom lane, Viper Strike onto Pasha Chomi, he's gonna go for it. Center already down to half HP, Nether Toxin kicking in, Stampede, they actually might still tick down Corrosive Skin, no.
Oh my goodness, action all around the map. And now Centaur himself is only around, what, 300 gold away from his own Blink Dagger. And in the meantime, Ush, Silencer, Dota Stock has his Aghanim upgrade, and the Global Silence is online finally.
Yeah, it's
And it
level
seems
2
like
as
they're gonna
well.
be
Oh, but Chudo, Lasso, Midland onto Dota Stock. There's the... Oh, never mind. Shackles, they don't connect, but the Fisher comes out Dota Stock. He's gonna go down. Oh, the Global Silence. I think it was a huge waste at the moment. Although the Ice Blast is flying in onto 2 heroes, Chudo. He's dropping pretty low. 1 power shot would have ticked him down. But, I mean, he died. He used the Global Silence, so Osliki, they can go aggressive easily now.
Wow, it feels like both times so far the Global Silence haven't been effective. They are used in the moments where it's not really needed, and the times where he actually needs it, it's on cooldown. So that's very saddening, I guess. So far, I have to say though, Osliki is outplaying Ush, and I don't know. This is gonna look rough at top. What's happening? No, just people casually getting some last hits, getting some good farm.
Yeah, and well, to be honest, the outplaying part, it's just because the Batrider got his Blink Dagger so much sooner than the Centaur, who now at least has it as well. But he's been... I think he's gotten a kill every single time he's used the lasso. And oh, they want to go again. 3 seconds for the lasso. Will they find Pasha? Yes, they will. Fisher actually not used yet. He's going for the TP out. No, the Fisher comes out with the glimpse, with the lasso. Oh no! The glimpse got him out of the lasso. The Echo Slam is here with the kinetic field, static storm as well. They will get the kill, but they had to expend way more than they at least initially hoped for. And
man.
faces White tight top lane.
Wow, so action across the map. But that was a bit of a miscommunication from Osliki for sure. Glimpse plus Lasso. It felt like The Centaur was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely panicked a little bit, trying to stop the TP at all costs. Just Fisher, Glimpse, Lasso, everything. But now tier 1 tower drops as well for Ash. So actually, I mean, they've killed every tier 1 tower, whereas Osliki, they claimed their first one. And now Android P already has a blink on the support Wraith King.
Wow. Wraith King, he's doing pretty well. Wow, I love his KDA. 1, 2, 3. Feels great. But Osliki right now, they're just clearing the jungles. There's no stacks anyways from Ush. So I don't think that was anything too big of a deal. And in Visrune, this might come in handy for the Earthshaker. And this is a build that I haven't seen all that frequently on Earthshaker like you used to. But Tranquil Boots plus Soul Ring, that is one lovely combo to have.
Oh, but they see him, the shackles, they don't connect. Can you actually get out of range? The Ice Blast is off target. Oh, whew.
Wow, the creep aggro just totally threw the Earthshaker off, but very, very lucky. He just manages to get out of the range of the Sentry Ward, so walks away unscathed.
To be
And
honest,
he's only 1k gold away from his own blink.
I have to commend both the support players. 8 assists on Bignum, 0 deaths, 0 kills. Perfect support play from him. Disruptor 2, 0 and 6 as well. I mean, I guess you can maybe a little bit blame them for Inquisitor having a tougher time early on, but he's catching up. Of course, has a Hand of Midas and has his own Aghanim Scepter finished now as well. So 60-second Chronospheres coming out. And to be honest, I mean, that's more or less now the longest cooldown of their ultimates if you don't count in Echo Slam.
Holy crap. Which means they can just take fights after fights after fights. Every time pretty much a team fight explodes, occurs, after that people need roughly a minute to recuperate, to heal up, whether it's their mana or to respawn. And by the time people are back in the lanes, ready for the next battle, Osliki, they're gonna have all of their ultimates off cooldown. Whereas Ash, things are looking sticky for them. I want to see them go mid and defend the tower. If not, just put pressure on the tier 2. Either go for a trade.
Well, they have a huge creep. They have 4 range creeps with them and the catapult. So they could go for the trade, but no. Android P already TP's back. Wants to come in from the side angle. As Chomi is just chipping away the tower, but Lasso! Android P gets caught, he has the reincarnation, he's on the low ground, just barely do the right clicks. Probably are going to be enough. They use the Fisher as well, the Ice Blast is flying. Can they actually get out of it? The slow keeps them in it. No, never mind, the Glorious Silence finally comes out. Pasha gets a double man hooftop, double H to follow, and Judah now might tick down. Glimpse, the right click might have been enough, but now there's the Viper Strike. Pasha is gonna fall, there's the Chronosphere onto 2 as well, and those 2 heroes are dead. And now no one, can he do enough? Jomi is coming, but he's pretty low on mana, already used the mech, and he's only 300 gold from his own Aghanim Scepter. So man, that was such a great fight for Osliki.
Well, I think it was a huge misplay from Ash to begin with. When you have 5 man all at bottom, there's really no use trying to TP your entire team to go and defend the tier 1. And in our reality, what can a Wraith King do up against the 5 man from Osliki? And in order to rotate his whole team, that means everyone has a TP. And just the timing of those TPs kind of left them just like TPing in one by one and getting picked off one by one. And, well, I think it would have been much, much easier for them to push the bottom tier 2. Or at least put pressure on it. But nonetheless, you're right. Osliki, it seems like so far they're in stellar control of this game.
Yeah, they want to go for the tier 1 top, but the Glyph came out just in time, although they might still lose the tower. They deny, no one. Oh, he doesn't get it. He gets glimpsed back as well. And that's Aghanim Scepter finished on Viper now. Although the mid tier 1 did get denied, but I completely agree with you that Ash just pressuring the tier 2 tower would have been that much better. Because even if they lost the mid tier 1 for it, it's still tier 2 for tier 1, which is a worthy trade anything. So, I mean, Ash, they looked really strong early on with the Silencer farming up. But since they've been giving away so many kills, or rather, Osliki have been taking so many kills from them. It's just... even with the double blink on Centaur and Wraith King, they just haven't been finding the openings. Yeah,
indeed. And the bottom tier 2 is actually extremely important for the Dire side because it allows the team to quickly come to the Roche fight like the mid tier 1 and the bottom tier 2 for Dire. These two are the most important outer towers.
Oh, Big Nom actually might be in trouble, but Inquisitor comes in. There's the lasso as well. They want to save the Earthshaker. He's only 70 gold shy of his blink there. Another enchant totem, and Big Nom, he's the one to actually grab the kill, and with that kill, he has his blink.
Well, pretty much no need to say. Usher on the back foot, and it's gonna be really hard to come back at this stage. Extremely difficult. I feel like Osliki, they should just go for the rush. I don't see how Ash can contest.
Maybe they feel that they don't have a tanky enough presence, or it won't be fast enough since they don't have any minus armor coming out.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, coming to think of it, I regret what I just said. If they go for a Roche fight, Ash can potentially take it with the... I mean, it's so easy. The Roche pit is so small. Easy Ice Blast, easy Stampede into Hoof Stomp, into Global Silence. Yeah, no, I eat my words. They have to be really careful. Roche fight might be the downfall. Completely reverted what I was saying earlier.
Well, Osliki, they 5-man smoked, and I'm not sure if Ash spotted out. Oh, they're actually gonna spot out Roshan now. Of course, they aren't doing it, but the Ice Blast is flying. And if Osliki see, like, okay, Ice Blast is used, maybe they saw the angle it was coming from, but no, it doesn't look like it, show me. It actually flew over him as well. But he just continues to farm. And actually, the Viper, do you think he's gonna go for straight up Boots of Travels now?
I don't see why not. If you don't upgrade your boots for such a long time, with 25 minutes in a game, there's no stopping him from getting Boots of Travels. Because look at Viper's movement speed. Even with the Boots of Speed, it's only 335, and that is just... It's embarrassing for a hero at this stage of the game. It's like, oh wow, you move slower than Crystal Maiden. Ho ho ho! How are you gonna catch up to anyone? So, whether it's gonna be Manta style to get out of the Global Silence or the Boots of Travels to get a lot more maneuverability and just allows you to, yeah, the word is maneuverability. There's no other ways of putting it. Just being able to get around from place to place a lot quicker, as well as being the ability to Boots of Travels around the map, securing farm or defend towers a lot easier. I like it. And they are so naughty with the ward as well. Look at it. Oh, it's not quite on the magic bush. Huh.
Yeah.
I thought this ward over here was on the magic bush, but maybe I'm wrong because a creep wave spawned. The neutrals actually spawned right there.
Yeah, it's a little bit to the right of the push, but it's so close. How does it not block it?
Yeah, I know, right? Like normally you don't have to be that precise with the magic bush, but I think they were pinging it out as well earlier. But oh well.
But look at the
Seems like they have
positioning.
firm
Look at
control.
Obi-Wan Bananas, yeah. Oh, sneaky plays.
Oh wow. If they catch anyone, this is gonna be an easy kill. Batrider is close by. Viper's on standby as well. And looks like Invisiter. He's gonna take on 1-on-4 at mid. Or is it
Easy
1-on-5?
game, easy life.
1-on-5. Holy crap, my math is horrible as well.
I mean, it's not even math, it's just counting skills.
Alright, I can't count. There,
Oh,
you have it.
this would be such a nice Chrono onto 3 heroes. He's gonna go win. Oh, the Echo Slam comes out. Chrono. Will it follow? Nope, the Global Silence came out just a little bit before Inquisitor. I think he actually missed his opening there. No one. The Shackles don't connect, but his Focus Fire is activated. No, now there's the Chrono Sphere onto 2 heroes. No one takes the first fall. Dota stock gonna fall as the second one. And repeat. He blinked into the Chrono Sphere. He's just gonna lose his life for nothing.
Oh no. What a disaster for Ash.
Yeah, but man, this Echo Slam just set it all up. It was huge.
Wow, that was a beautiful play from the Earthshaker, and he finally takes a fall after gaining 12 assists. And it seems like this is going to be extremely fast and easy Roshan for Osliki. Back in that fight though, I felt like... I'm wondering what the Centaur is making. I'm guessing it's going to be a 4-staff, but... I feel they need pipe because there is so much magic damage from Osliki, and so far there still isn't any hard right clicks, the physical deeps, just yet for Osliki.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna get anytime soon as well. Inquisitor, he's going for a BKB instead. Of course, makes sense just to get out of the Global Silence for one already. Ice Blast, just Hoof Stomp, Double Edge as well. And BKB is there on Judo's Batrider as well. So they're just getting all the items that they need to actually take proper team fights. And after that they can go for damage, and looks like they're not at a lack for proper damage either at the moment. Since like you mentioned, nobody's going for pipe on Ash.
Oh man, right now, I feel like my environmental effect is what Ash is undergoing. They're in like, I don't know, in deep snow. I don't know what's the word for it. I don't know how they're gonna come back at this stage. Honestly, I feel like it's already kind of spiraled out of control. If you look at the goal graph, it's 10,000 in favor of Osliki. Wow, XP was sitting at about 13,000 in favor of Osliki.
Oh wow. I mean, I guess it reflects exactly the kill score as well. 6 to 18. You know, Osliki, they've been taking so many better fights, and of course their supports, they haven't been dying, but oh, so will it come out on no one? Nope. He actually didn't get it. No one even went for a completely random power shot as a panic mode.
Oh man. Right now, the problem is like, you're looking at Silencer, sure, he's making his way towards the Refresher orb, but with the BKB up on the Bat Rider, with the BKB, well, okay, Viper's not even going for BKB, but he's going for a heart, so he's gonna tank through it easily. And Faceless Void already has his BKB as well, so sure, for now, you can have that double global silence, but most likely it's gonna be slightly too late. The spells most likely would have came out already from Osliki, because the moment they pop the BKB, it's because they want to use their spells, and I don't think Dota stock will be able to time that perfectly. It's simply too hard. It's like as soon as you see the BKB, oh, refresh, global silence again. And plus, the effect of the global silence with the Curse of the Silent effect is going to be completely negated because of the BKB, especially when you're looking at all 10-second BKBs.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Silencer actually only has 2 points of stolen intelligence, so he's been only there for 1 kill out of their 6. And usually, with Silencer, especially with the kind of lineup that Ash had at the moment, a really aggressive, just early mid-game fighting lineup. But man, he's just not getting any of it.
And to be quite frank, I'm actually really surprised at the laning choice of Ash. I don't know, because if you look at the lanes, Silencer could have easily dominated the matchup up against Viper, because what are you going to do? Either way, you max Last Word, that's going to be great because Viper won't be able to do anything, he's going to get disarmed, and you right-click away with Glaive, or you can use Curse of the Silent. Viper can't deal with Curse of the Silent until he has his ultimate, and even then, it's still relatively difficult. But the problem with Curse of the Silent is, of course, because you're doing damage to Viper, his corrosive skin is going to bite you in the face. But at the same time, if you put the Wind Ranger in aggressive trialing with Wraith King and Ancient Apparition, this Void would have been completely shut down. The two supports would have been struggling with absolutely no farm.
Oh well, I guess you're always smarter in hindsight, but oh, Android P might go the Static Storm before Pasha gets the Sun. Nice force step out. He uses the Stampede as well, but Android P probably gonna lose his life in the Firefly. No, he's still somehow alive. He gets the slow. Global Science, nice shackles onto Inquisitor and Chomi, but there's no follow-up, or is there Inquisitor? Oh, the Chrono! No one, he blinked out just before Inquisitor. He still wants to go for it. The right click, his BKB is already activated. He will kill off Arseek at least. And now, nice Fisher onto Android B. So, 3-4-0.
Well, I think the moment of, you know, the two letters will be coming out anytime now.
I'm guessing the letters are exactly the same.
Really?
If you read the word backwards, it's the same. You read it normally.
Holy crap, great minds think alike. But you gotta respect Ash for playing into the end, you know, like, never give up. Even if it's just a glimmer of hope. Do you think, though, if they land a full-on combo, can they potentially take down Osliki at this stage?
Well, they can win one fight for sure, but is one fight gonna be enough? That's the bigger question, because it most likely is not. Crafts, well, gold, still 10k, I mean, not a complete disaster, I guess. XP around 14,000 as well still.
Oh man.
And, I mean, Refresher Orb is almost finished for Dota stock.
But is that enough? And if you look at this Silencer, holy crap, this is the first time I think... This is the Silencer with the lowest intelligence stolen I've ever seen at 33-minute mark. 2 intelligence stolen.
Yeah, it is pretty damn stat. The Silencer, I guess, is not as intelligent as he thinks.
Yeah, man. Well, Silencer has a tendency to make his opponents retarded.
Well, doesn't work so far as Inquisitor. He even picks up a Blade of Alacrity, so going for probably a Manta style at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna be too easy.
Oh, there's an
Um,
Aghanim Scepter finished on no one.
it's not gonna do anything though, because he can't afford to stand anywhere in the fights. The only good thing about the right clicks from Red Ranger with the focus fire is if you're capable of actually standing around and shooting away. But if you don't even have that space, because look at the amount of ultimates that's gonna come out from Osliki. You have the Chronosphere that you have to dodge, which is nearly impossible. I mean, sure, he was fast with the blink last time. Okay, so then there's that, and then what if Osliki initiate with the Batrider Lasso or the Earthshaker Blink, or even Earthshaker Fisher, which disables you from blinking away? I just don't see it opening at all for Aghanim's Scepter Wind Ranger at this point. I would feel even BKV would have came in being a lot more useful, or even the Ghost Scepter. But Ghost Scepter is such a trade-off. The moment you post the moment you pop the Ghost form, because you see a Faceless Void coming in, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, you have Ghost form. Ignore you." And then Viper just shits on you with the Viper Strike.
Oh man. You can see Ash, they're just trying to find any kind of openings, just get a pick off, then maybe get some towers on top of that. They're just... They can't get any ground, and to be honest it feels like that throughout the entirety of the game, Osliki have been the ones dictating the movements of Ash throughout the map.
Yeah, I would say it's not so much the lineup, but the way the teams have played that's resulting in what's
Oh,
happening
and
so
repeat,
far.
they go in aggressively, Ice Blast is there, but he gets the 2-man chrono. Global Silence can come out when you're in the chrono. Flame Break to help out with the damage. Basha takes a fall as well, and now Arsik, he gets lassoed up, and Noah. Yeah, that's GG called now. Viper Strike on the sideline for Android P, he's gonna go down as well. So a 4-4-0 as, yeah, man, this game was over.
Oh man, unfortunate for us, but game number 2. Come on, guys, let's, you know, give a little morale to Ush. Maybe they're watching the stream chat. It's like, go Ush, go Ush. Game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely have what it takes to try to come back. But maybe just not on top of a Windrunner anymore. Although it's not like the hero did that bad. Their overall lineup just didn't create enough space for each other. But yeah, this,
Yeah.
like you said, it was only game number 1 in a best of 5 series. So at least 2 more games coming. Hopefully even more, 4 to 5. Well, 4 more games I guess is the max, but now I suck at math. But whatever the
yeah.
case may be, guys, if you enjoyed us, be sure to follow us on this channel as well as HeflaTV too, and check out our social media, HeflaTV, for everything. But yes, thanks to Mito as well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's why we're a
Oh,
team,
yeah,
right? We
baby.
can't count.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, we're just gonna jump into game lobby number 2, and just a few songs in between.